Would you like to be able to walk into a room or even virtually and people be able to see and feel the confidence that you have in who you are, in your business, and how you can serve them? Well, this is possible for you when you have confidence in your style, with what you are wearing. What you are wearing and how you see your image is giving you that feeling. And so people notice it in so many different ways because your body language, how you're walking, is showing off confidence. How you interact with people is showing off confidence. And so they truly see you as the expert, the person that can help them with their problem, that can help serve them. And they're more likely to trust and be attracted to you, your business, and your ministry. So, like I said, this is possible, and this comes from having a very confident style. So, today I want to go over a couple questions to ask yourself if maybe you're feeling frustrated in your closet, or maybe you feel like you have a pretty good closet, but you are not feeling that level of confidence that you would like to be feeling as you are putting outfits together and wearing them. So, I would recommend listening or watching to this and either taking notes or even just bring me with you to your closet. And as I'm talking through these things, you can go through your clothes and start asking these questions and really digging deep into your closet because we all want an efficient closet that is working for us so that every time we get dressed and we're wearing our clothes, we have confidence in knowing that we're wearing the right thing, right? Well, this is possible also when we are intentional with our closet. So go to your closet or get a notepad, write these down. But there are a couple questions that I really would encourage you to ask for really realigning your closets with what you need and serving you to give you that abundance of confidence in your image and what you are wearing. So, number one is I want you to ask yourself, is your style, is your closet, your clothes, is it matching the season that you are in? And I want to break these down into two different parts. One part is the season of life you're in, and then the second is the season of your business or ministry. So, season of life. What do you need right now from your clothes? So, for example, right now I am almost in my third trimester, and I also stay at home with my kiddos, my other kiddos. And so I need specific things for this season of life of carrying a baby and also taking care of kids and working from home. And so for me, I realized I need pieces that I can be multifunctional for both being with my kids, but also when I am in work mode, I can quickly transition my outfit to that. So, for example, the shirt I can wear pretty neutral. With my kiddos, I have a good stain remover because it is white. And so I can quickly take this piece from motherhood and get my kiddo in a nap and get to work using this by throwing on a necklace and a layering piece, a blazer. So I have quite a few pieces in my closet where I can transition them from motherhood to work hood very easily. And as you can see, I guess this one doesn't look like it as much, but it is a very stretchy one so that it will fit the it's maternity wear. So that's just an example of how I have incorporated certain pieces into my closet so that for this season of life of working from home, motherhood, carrying a baby, all at the same time. And because I have these pieces, it helps me feel confident. I don't have to go to my closet and be like, oh boy, I hope I have what I need for the day. It doesn't become this frustrating, time-consuming thing. No, I'm intentional by making sure I have those certain pieces, some good layering pieces, some good neutral maternity pieces, so that getting dressed and even changing from one hat, as they say, hat to another, um, is easy, from motherhood to brand stylist. So think about that. And maybe you're in a position like I am, a mother, maybe you're pregnant, maybe you are mainly just working from home. And so you don't need a variation as much. You just need a lot of the same things. Make sure you have enough of those same pieces in that same category. Or maybe you're on a weight loss journey. Maybe you've been gaining weight. As women, bodies change so much during our life, right? And so have enough pieces for that. I will always tell you that it is much better to have fewer pieces in your closet that fit you then it's almost like a trick on your mind. Sometimes we may keep pieces because it makes us feel like we have plenty of outfits. But here's the thing, if you're keeping pieces that don't currently fit you, you are just wasting time every day. Or maybe you're wearing them, but they're not comfortable and they don't look professional when they don't fit you well. If I'm being totally honest, I only have currently two pants that really fit me well in this current season of maternity because the other ones don't. Honestly, this week I was wearing a pair of pants, a pair of jeans, and I ended up taking them off in the middle of the day because they just, for whatever reason, stopped fitting well. Now, obviously, unless you are very minimalist, I do not recommend only a couple pair of pants, and I will be purchasing more that actually fit me. But just the point of you really want to make sure things fit you. And so if it's even a couple weeks where you really had to pare down your closet, but things fit you well, you're going to feel much more confident in those pieces. And you can add more as you are understanding your body more or your body's changing more. So don't go extreme, but also know it is much better to have less items in your closet than more, just to trick your mind that you have plenty when really they're not all serving you. Okay, so that first question was, is your style matching your current season? And we talked about like your life season. So now I want to talk about like your business or ministry season. You may need different outfits based on the different events going on in your um, business and ministry, right? So I want you to really think about, and you could even get like a calendar out too, and really think, okay, what's going on? What am I doing a lot of? So, because, maybe you look in your closet and you have outfits for working at home, meeting with people one-to-one, speaking events, networking events. You have all those outfits. Well, this is a season of a lot of networking events and a lot of speaking events. And with those four different categories, you're probably going to need to change up your outfit a little bit, at least. And so if you're set for all four of those categories and you're mainly only doing two of the categories, you most likely are going to feel like you don't have enough of those type of outfits. And this does not mean, obviously, that you have to totally redo your closet, but if you are networking and speaking, you probably want to dress up a little bit more. So even adding a couple more blazers to your outfits, or maybe some more elegant jewelry, or formal blouses, things like that. But you want to just make sure that you are having enough outfits for those certain categories, those certain events that are going on in this season in your business and or ministry, so that, like I said before, when you are going to closet, you are confident that you have what you need. And then when you are wearing that actual outfit, you are confident that this is what I should be wearing today. This is going to align me with my business, align me with the person that I need to be at this event. So that's number two. Ask yourself, is your style, your closet matching your current season, both in your life and in your business or ministry? And then number two is you want to look, and ask yourself, is this style, these clothes, are they matching the next version of you, the next level of you? That person that you are currently becoming or are striving for. And as Christian women, and we can see in the Bible that, we should never be content where we're at, right? We should always be working towards goals in life. We should always be working towards, developing a deeper relationship with Jesus, because just a law of nature one law of nature is that if you are not growing, you're ultimately like falling back. It's just something that happens naturally, right? Like we have to push and work to become better, to reach goals. But if we just stay in one place, oftentimes we will go back. And so for ourselves, for our business, for our ministry, we need to be reaching goals. And one of those goals should be becoming a better version of ourselves in our spiritual life, physical life, in how we run our business, serve our clients, right? And so what can happen is we will change personally. And a lot of times when that happens, our style needs to change. And not in an overwhelming way where you need to completely redo your closet. Sometimes that is necessary, but a lot of times just little tweaks to realign ourselves with our image, our closet, and the image that it makes to the person we are trying to be will make a huge difference in how confident you feel in your outfit. Now, this happened to me actually a year or so ago. And I noticed all of a sudden I was not feeling confident, not looking forward to getting dressed. I'd get dressed and I'd be like, oh, I don't want to wear this today. And I was like, what's going on? And I realized that that year I had really started becoming a different businesswoman. I was reaching towards a new goal, one where I was more focused. I wanted a more elevated business to reach those different people that I wanted to help. And my current closet hadn't really changed. I hadn't changed my style to go along with that new version of me that I was becoming. And so I started really looking at my clothes and the style. And I ended up having and realizing that I needed to change things. I didn't need to completely redo my closet, but I decided to get more elevated gold jewelry that made me feel and look like this new version of me. I had looked at some of my patterns even that I was wearing, and just transitioned to a little bit more formal, fancier ones. And added some more formal layering pieces. And that did wonders. It made me look in the mirror and really aligned my what I saw in the mirror to the person that I was wanting to become. And I don't know if you've heard this before, and I can't remember the like technical term, but basically our brain would love it if we just stayed the same, didn't work on any goals or anything. Why? Because that's where we're comfortable. Our brain feels safe if we just stay the same course, do the same things. It's easy on our brain. And so, if you are trying to become this next version of yourself, this better version of yourself, and your image is not reflecting that, you are going to have to work twice as hard to become that person because every time you are seeing your image, you're seeing yourself in the mirror, your brain is going to be like, see, you're not her. You're not becoming her. You might as well just give up. Just give up. Let's just go back to that original version. But when you start creating your image, your style to be that next version, at first, I will let you know, sometimes it can be a little scary. You might need to be a little brave because it is new, but it will not take long. And you will really embrace and confirm to yourself, yes, I am that woman. I am becoming that woman. And so you'll just have this confidence, and that will actually make you act more like her. So, really look at your closet, look at your clothes, look at your style, and think, does this line up with her? And something that you can do to, if you're not quite sure, like how to create that next style of that next version, is to honestly go through your closet, the different pieces, your jewelry, shoes, and really think about, okay, would she wear this? Look at the different pieces, and are there any that you really don't like anymore? It could be because that's not the next version. You can also look at a few women that you admire, and maybe they have business or ministry goals that you are wanting to um, get to, and look at her style. Do not copy her, but use it as inspiration. What maybe is she wearing that you might start incorporating into your style to help you feel like that type of woman? It could be as simple, honestly, as maybe you need some more formal shoes. Maybe you've been a little casual in your shoes and you need to up it a little bit. Different things like that. Maybe adding some more blazers. But really know that when you align your style and align that image that you see yourself in the mirror, whenever you pass by a mirror, when you align that with the woman that you are trying to become, you are becoming, not just trying, you are becoming, it will help you feel so more confident, so more aligned, so more at peace. And like I said, it will actually help your brain and you to start thinking in that new version of you way. And so it's going to become automatic, and you're going to be able to create that essence, that presence, so that when you go into that networking event, they can tell that you are this confident female founder as you walk in and sit down and interact with them, and they will be like, whoa, who is she? She is someone that I would love to get to know more. And I wonder what she does for a business because I would love to get help in this area by someone like her. So you're going to attract more clients, maybe collaborations, who knows the different opportunities That can come your way when you are feeling more confident in your clothes because you are nailing these two areas in your closet. Until next time, know that I am cheering you on in your style.